I'm finding it very hard to live without my wife, Jennifer, and my mom, but specifically my wife. You know, my wife has been to the hospital many times before in the past 10 years dealing with cancer, and she always came home. And many times I was in this exact same situation where I had to keep everything going. Like, in other words, take care of the kids, take care of the dogs, take care of even my mom when she was home too. I was taking care of everybody until my wife would come home. Um, so why I'm getting a lot of anxiety, and it's really starting to mess with me bad, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to do all of this. People always mention, oh, she takes some Xanax or antidepressants. I don't do none of that stuff. I don't resort to alcohol. I don't do none of that. I'm doing all of this all natural. Um, you know, People talk about therapy. I'm in therapy, but what brings on a lot of anxiety is just knowing my wife is not coming home this time, and not just for a little while. We're not talking like I gotta wait another week. I gotta wait another month. I gotta wait another year. She's not coming home forever for the rest of my life, and it's like I can't stop thinking about this because I'm giving myself a lot of anxiety, and I have to stay strong for the kids. I gotta stay strong for. Look, they're living a normal life. I might be shot, but I'm making sure I do everything in my power every day of my life to make sure they're living a normal life. I put aside all of my pain, all of my suffering, and I say, Richie, make it normal for the kids. I try. I just can't believe that all of this is happening, guys. I can't believe that all of this is real. I don't know. I know that Jennifer had cancer. I get it. I remember when she was first diagnosed in 2015. But the girl was a fighter, man. She was a warrior. She said to me, Richard, I'm going to fight this thing. And I never forget it in 2015. I want to be here for my kids. She fought. She fought for 10 years. She fought hard. I think they originally told her she was going to live only 5 years with this. That's what they said, the doctors. They were like, look, you're looking at maybe whatever, 3 to 5 years. So she went the distance. She went double. Um, but I'm selfish. What can I tell you guys? Okay, I'm selfish. I didn't want her to leave. All right, I didn't want her to go. I'm mad at the world. I'm angry at doctors. I'm angry at lawyers. I'm angry at everybody. You might say lawyers, yeah, because I want them to help me to go after certain things that I believe happened to my wife that were not fair. So far, we'll see. Hasn't worked yet, but we'll see. I'm just pissed off. I'm pissed at everybody. I'm pissed at the whole world. Can't stand this world. I can't stand this world filled with haters and internet trolls that are trying to hurt me and my family by using our misery, like using what we're going through right now. I don't want to say misery. Let me take that word back because Jennifer gave us a lot of great years, and my mother too. I'm not going to use that word. I take that word back. But just using our pain and suffering over the two greatest losses. You can't be miserable because Jennifer was the perfect wife. She was the perfect mother. She did everything to make us happy for years. She was so wonderful. She was amazing, an amazing wife, an amazing mother, an amazing human being. My mother was an amazing mother, my best friend. So that's why I can't use that word misery. I was very happy. I was blessed. I was blessed to have them in my life. What are you talking about? The money didn't come. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, love light? I know it's Easter, but you believe in the real Easter bunny? You believe he's coming? I know you're talking. I know you're talking about the Easter bunny. You know, it's hard to like have that head on that head. You know that I used to have all that stuff when my wife was here. You know, Easter bunny, Santa Claus for Christmas. You know, even for Halloween. You know, kids dress up. You know, and costumes, and you have a lot of fun, family fun, good times. Um, a lot of that ends, man. You lose your wife, you lose your mom, your head's not there. Of course, for the kids, it's different. You put on an act. You know what I mean? You do everything to make the kids happy. Thank you. Happy Easter, Tommy. God bless you. You know, you put on an act, but your head's not there no more, man. You know, how could my head be on the Easter bunny when I lost my wife and my mother in 2 weeks? Right? Like, how could I be thinking about the Easter bunny? I don't think so, man. I'm just trying to keep myself together. You know what it is? I have good days and bad days. What can I tell all of you? People don't understand this. There are days I'm not that bad. Honestly, there are days where I'm like, okay, I think positive about it. And that's why I notice what works. When I think positive, I say, my wife would have wanted me to be happy. She'd want the kids to be happy. You know, that's it. She would say, Richie, you know, I love you. I love the kids. I'm so sorry about this, honey. But please, Richie, please take care of our children. Please, Richie, make sure they're happy. Make sure they're living a good life. And I know she says that to me, and I listen to her. But then my mom has to pass away 2 weeks later, too. So sometimes I even get a little angry at them, if you want me to tell you the truth. I know it's not their fault. It's not their fault, but I don't know. I say to myself, you know, Jennifer was a quiet girl. I was saying to myself, I always tell her that you got to communicate. You know, I over the years, I taught her to become so emotional and loving to me. She became the best. But the only one thing is sometimes she kept things to herself, you know? And I used to tell her, honey, if you're not feeling well, tell me, tell me. I'm just, maybe I could have got a treatment sooner, or maybe I could have did something sooner for her. I know, look, she was getting tired of all the treatments too. You know what it is? I'm being selfish. I'm just being selfish, okay? She was getting tired of the treatments. You know, she just wanted to live. It got to a point with Jen that she wanted to just like live a normal life, you know? You get tired of all that toxic stuff. You get tired of it, man. The radiation, surgeries, chemotherapy. It just gets to a point where what's up there, Lens? It gets to a point where a person just doesn't want to do it no more. I mean, she used to tell me, she's Rich, I'm so tired. I'm tired of the surgeries. I'm tired of the radiation. You know, I'm tired of chemo. And it all started from her first surgery, you know, which is back in 2016. I didn't want her to get it. I didn't want her to get that mastectomy. The cancer was contained. It was contained in her breast. It was called DCIS. And I kept saying to her, I was like, Jen, it's not, the cancer's not going to leave this area. It's contained. Just leave it there. If anything, maybe they could figure out some kind of a way to inject like something in there, like chemo or something, but don't take off, you know, don't surgically remove the breast. Because I told her, I was reading about it. Surgery causes this thing to spread. Again, I'm not a doctor. It's not medical advice. Always do your own homework and due diligence if you have to get surgeries. But I just told her, I was like, you know, I don't think it's the best thing to do. You know, and once she got that surgery, look, it turned to stage four cancer in a few months. And then after that, it was just a hard time after that. It got very difficult after that. She still managed to live 10 years, though. Well, from 2017, she lived 8 years. I'm saying, but when she was first diagnosed in 2015, she lived a total of 10 years with it. Look, I don't know what to tell anybody. I'm losing my mind here. I'm thinking about when she even got diagnosed. I don't know the exact month, but whatever. It was 2015. Jennifer was always great with all that stuff, knowing the exact months, dates. I'm not good with all that stuff. I just, I try to block out a lot of negative thoughts. You know, the problem is that there's just too many negative things going on in my life right now. So you can't block it out. It was 11:11 before the time of the video. My wife used to always say, when all the numbers are the same, it's a sign of angels. You ever look at your clock, you see it's like 111, 222, 333, 444, 555. It's all, it's the signs of the angels. I always make the sign of the cross. That's a Catholic thing. It's like passing by a church, you make the sign of the cross. Um, yeah, it's starting to get a lot. I'm starting to get a lot of the anxiety now. I didn't get anxiety for a long time in my life. I used to get anxiety a lot when I was a kid. Like when I was in my early 20s, I have no idea why. But I used to get it a lot when I was a kid, when I was younger. And then I got married, it went away. I didn't get anxiety no more. For years, I was just very happy, very, focused on my life, my wife's life, then our children. Um, Look, I agree that nobody should be making fun of anybody's family. I am a united. You know, there should be no accounts making fun of anyone's wives, like the Angie account. And I made it very clear that moving forward, that they will be blocked. They will be blocked. That's it, because I just can't do it. I can't have that no more. I can't be a part of that. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't be a part of it. No one has the right to make fun of someone's family. People are doing it to me right now. Like people like, that hater. I'm not going to mention him. I'm not going to give him clout. But if I'm going to say you can't do it to me, right? If I'm going to sit here on this live stream and say leave my family alone, then I certainly have to be an advocate when people come here on my live streams making fun of other people's family, other people's wives. I have to be an advocate to stop it. So I am going to stop that. That's not going to happen no more. Not on my watch. Nobody makes fun of anybody's wives or families. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Yep. That's it. No more of that. MMA United. It's not going to happen no more. I don't even know what this channel is about anymore, to be honest with you. I think it's a combination of talking about my hurt in my life, because I've had tremendous hurt losing my wife and my mom. And I think I'd like to be there for other families. I like to be there for other people hurting who have gone through loss in their life. Maybe it could be a place of healing, a place for all of us to talk about. Like, listen, there's no right or wrong way to heal or to grieve. Everybody's got their own way, and everybody's going to feel the way they want to feel. I know a lot of people try to tell you how to feel, but they can't. I got so many different things for people. You have no idea. People telling you, like, man up. You got to be tough. You got to be tough. All right. You're from Brooklyn. All right. Be tough. I don't even know what that means. I'm like, tough. How do you be tough when you lose your wife and your mother in 2 weeks? How do you be tough? I'm tough in the sense that I'm strong for my kids. I'm making sure that they have a good life. That's tough. Making sure they go to school, making sure that they got clothes and they eat and that they're having fun with their friends. And I think that's tough. I don't know what else tough is. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to not feel anything? But I'm saying it's like people want to tell you how to feel. Some people are like, oh, you need to go on antidepressants. Hey, Father, you can't do this alone. You got to get help. And other people even say drink. Say, hey, Father, resort to alcohol. I say no to all of that. I say no to the antidepressants. I say no to alcohol. I say no to drugs. I'm not doing that stuff. I'm not going to do it. They're like, you can't handle this alone. Yeah. You need therapy. You need help. Now, yeah, I understand that. In a way, this is therapy too. Yeah, I'm not doing any alcohol lens. No alcohol. No. One thing I do is I eat. I like to eat. I do eat a lot. But truthfully, not as much as I used to. Back in the day, forget about it. When my head was clear, Easter, I'd go out there and I would get myself, for my family, so much food from Zano's. I used to get everything you can imagine. The leg of lamb for my mom. Pizza rustica, not one but two pies. The pizza rustica. The Easter pie. Mm. You know, Without my wife and my mommy, and now we're not going to do nothing big like that. But if someone could get an opportunity and type out the Cash App once again, it's the $ Richard. Everybody knows how to spell Richard, right? The $ capital RICHARD and then capital LEVOI. Thank you, Lens. But if someone could type out the Cash App again, I appreciate it. $Richard Lavoy. So it's the capital RICHARD, capital LE, V as in Victor, OI. No space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. They're connected. It's the $Richard Lavoy as the Cash App. Capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. Whenever someone gets a chance, I'll pin the comment. Kind of tired, as you could see. I don't know. I thought I slept at least 4 hours. I guess I need some more sleep, so it's not going to be a really long live stream. But if anybody does a Cash App, a very small amount, I do something called the thank you song video, where I'm going to record a song for you on a YouTube short video. It's going to be original jazz blues piano piece. I'm going to give you a big shout out. Obviously, this is to help my family, this Cash App, going through a very difficult time. And that's just my way of saying thank you to you. Playing you a nice piano piece, giving you a big shout out. And it's all going to be uploaded on a short video on YouTube. I don't know. I think I'm gonna relax a little bit longer. As you can see, I'm kind of falling asleep here. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of. It's all right, Lens. I'm gonna go relax a little bit. We'll finish up with 20 minutes here. I'll be back in a little bit. God bless all of you.